Welcome to Kermode Uncut. Here's some really good news. Pandora's Box, the 1929 silent German film starring Louise Brooks, is coming back into UK cinemas. It'll be playing in June, July and August. It's a 2K DCP of the 2009 restoration that was done by the Munich Film Museum. And it's been described as a print in which you can see every flutter of Louise Brooks' eyelashes, which is reason enough to go and see the film. If you've never seen it projected on a big screen, really, really well worth doing. Louise Brooks is such an interesting, such an iconic case. She had a career in Hollywood, leading up to movies like Beggars of Life, to which I'm very, very attached because the band that I play in have accompanied Beggars of Life many times. And then she went to Europe to make films like Pandora's Box and Diary of a Lost Girl. Apparently, she was told if you go to Europe, you'll never work in Hollywood again. But it was those European films that really established her iconic status, that made her into the screen legend that she later became. Of course, afterwards, for a long time, she was forgotten about, and then she was rediscovered and is now considered to be one of the most important film stars of the 20th century. I've played an accompaniment to Beggars of Life, working with the Dodge Brothers and Neil Brand, many, many times. It was one of the films that we really, really enjoyed watching and playing along to again and again. I think every single member of the Dodge Brothers, whilst watching that film and playing along to it, has sort of fallen in love with Louise Brooks. She has this absolutely mesmerising screen presence, such an expressive face. She's one of those silent actors who can telegraph emotions brilliantly. And of course, in the case of Beggars, she was working with people like Richard Arlen and Wallace Beery. These are big stars, and she is absolutely the centre of the drama. The thing about Pandora's Box, however, is this. It's the film in which she plays Lulu, which is the role which kind of came to define the legend of Louise Brooks. She's sexy and alluring and vulnerable, but also fearless. When we were doing Beggars of Life, one of the interesting things about that film is there's a sequence in which her and Richard Arlen have to jump onto a moving train. The story is that when she signed on to do the film, which is directed by William Wellman, she was told, look, Wellman, he will ask you to do stuff that is really dangerous, and you just don't do it. And the scene in which she's running along the side of the train with Richard Arlen, you can see the train is moving quite fast. There was an old hobo's rule that if you couldn't count the lug nuts on the wheels of the train, don't try and jump on it, because it's dangerous, you'll get really, really badly hurt. And yet you see Louise Brooks doing some of those stunts, and she is generally doing them. Why? Because she was fearless. Because if somebody said to her, don't do that, it's dangerous, she would just go straight ahead and do it. And that fearlessness, along with the vulnerability and along with the strange, enigmatic, alluring quality, is everything that made her a screen icon. I love Beggars of Life, but Pandora's Box is a film that you can watch over and over again. It means so many different things. She has such an expressive face. She was such an expressive screen presence. She was somebody who embodied what silent cinema was capable of doing. If you haven't seen it, make the effort. Believe me, you will not be disappointed. Pandora's Box on the big screen is one of the reasons we have cinema.